We're good.
Are we good? Are we
We're
open?
good?
Are we live?
Huzzah!
Nice.
All right.
Huzzah!
Let's clap us in.
I like
All right. Un, deux, trois.
Welcome to Bards and Nobles.
And
Hell.
hell.
Division!
Jeez.
Are we doing the in somethings? Is that still a thing?
We're in
Always.
something.
Oh, I'm in something.
This is a great indicator for how this campaign is gonna go. This is episode 1 of our newest campaign. We are going to be playing the Shadow of the Demon Lord system in a type of homebrew setting that we'll get to explore and discover together. I am Brian, the game master, and tonight I'm joined by
Aaron Williams playing Daggerclaw.
Andrew Danon playing Wraith's Whisper.
Anthony Boyd playing Larry O'Houlihan.
Charles Nelson playing Necros.
Ooh.
Bunch of edgelords over here.
We got a dark setting, guys. Ralph playing Ralph. Woo woo woo!
Trey O'Neill. I'm Jane Tillman.
All right, everybody roll a d6 for me.
We're gonna have to change the name to Bards and Emos.
The razor blades are to the left, next to the white foundation and black lipstick.
All right, I'm doing the recap.
Nice.
Why can't we do a Juggalo campaign once?
That's all we ask,
No
Brian.
more beer, only Fago.
All right, are you looking for
Family.
are you looking for high numbers or low numbers, Brian?
I want.
He's just
all
looking for
numbers.
I rolled a 1.
Aaron, 1.
Oh, I got
Boyd,
a 1 too.
I rolled a
You got
4.
2 numbers?
No, I asked that.
Hey.
Charles, would you roll?
2.
Andrew,
2.
Trey,
Coming in hot with that 666.
nice, and Jonathan, you.
Uno, yeah.
All right, Trey,
Yeah, dog.
your eyes shoot open, and you begin immediately expelling what feels like a lung full of water, but it definitely doesn't taste like it. You're just coughing and retching up just this liquid. You're on your hands and knees in a pool of glowing, I guess, water that's dimly lighting the damp stone brick tunnels that kind of fade into the darkness around you. The only thing you hear is your own liquid splashing into this pool, your heavy breathing, and the echoing of dripping water in the tunnel. What are you doing?
All right, I'm getting my bearings. I've already looked around. I looked down at myself. See, like,
What do we see?
I mean, I'm currently a human female, so I look down and see do I have any? I don't know. I just woke up here.
You're wearing.
Stop moving there.
No.
Your arms ain't long enough, Boyd.
Wow.
Boyd plays a female character and then immediately sexualizes someone else's female character.
You could have stopped me at any time.
But okay, before waking up here, what is the last thing you remember?
I remember I was a human working with fairies. I was working for them as a squire, and they would always tell me not to touch anything that was iron. And then something fell off of a table, and I went to reach and I grabbed it. And when I did, it shot me back into this formless creature. And I looked down at my hands, and it looks like sticks tied together with vines. And I panicked, and I ran, and I just started running, and is falling off of a cliff. And,
Okay.
As I look down at my hands again, trying to see if I can see the same like body, I see my female human hands again.
Okay.
And I it seems like I've woken up and I'm myself, what seems like myself again, but I don't know where I am.
Okay. Yeah, you woke up, and as you kind of like regain your bearings and your eyesight returns, and you kind of gather your wits and your wherewithal. You look around and you see you're in like it. It definitely feels like you're underground, in some hewn stone tunnel work, and the glowing pool that is currently you're half submerged in. You look around, it looks like there's other bodies as well. In fact, you see one stirring and kind of pulling itself from the water the same way you just did. Boyd, your eyes shoot open. You are immediately cold and covered in water.
I dig to help. I like try to pull whoever this is waking up out of the.
Okay. All right, and you feel two hands kind of help you up, and as you open your eyes and spit out the water, you see this female figure in front of you. How are you reacting?
Oh man, my head. Oh, thank you. Oh, kind of shake the cobwebs up, and look around. I'm like, what the hell happened in there?
Did you also fall off a cliff?
What? No, the bar fight.
Oh,
Fucking dude
okay.
had a wand, a magic wand. I read stories, but to see somebody crazy enough to A, have one, and B, try to use it, oh, that shit was insane. And I pull it, I reach in my pocket and I try to grab my cell phone. And I hit it. It's like, oh shit, this thing's waterlogged, fucking ruined. And I just dust myself
the
off.
fuck is that?
Well, you don't have a phone?
How are you guys? How are you two dressed?
I'm in a dark navy suit with a loosened argyle tie, white button up, and it's buttoned down. I have my backpack on my back, and I have I'm a taller, lanky, green-skinned goblin with nice combed over light blonde hair and a thick mustache.
When you say taller, like about how tall for a goblin?
For a goblin, I'm about I'm almost 4 feet tall.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say like 5'11". Also, it's truly Boyd's fantasy if he has a mustache.
Yeah. Hey man, you can't see it on stream, but I'm no shave Novembering real hard right now.
Trey, how is Jane dressed?
She
Waterlogging aside.
Assuming I'm wearing what I was wearing beforehand,
Mhm.
She's exactly what you would imagine a medieval squire to be wearing, like poofy pants, kind of poofy shirt, like a leather vest over it, a hat with like a feather in it. Like I am a
Real Renaissance fair.
Yeah, like straight out of the Ren Fair. Ren Fairy, eh? No, okay. I'll see myself out. I've got the backpack full of stuff I snatched when I ran away, and that's what I got.
I'm sitting there. I adjust my glasses and like kind of dusting myself. I'm like, it's one of my favorite suits. Well, thank you for helping me up. And I give her a quizzical look over. I'm like, the fuck are we at?
Good question. We're in a dark tunnel in a puddle. Still have more questions about the rectangle in your hand, huh?
I was gonna say, based on both of you kind of looking around, the water at your feet, the stone tunnel, and the sound, and especially the smell, you guys kind of put together that you're in some type of sewer system.
I search around for another piece of iron.
Okay.
I want to know. Okay.
As you look around, you immediately around you feel limbs and bodies. Some of them are unmoving, and as you kind of dig through and move one over, let's see, you actually move 2 bodies that jolt awake at once. Basically, as they both stand up, shoot up in the water, they almost knock you over. Charles and Andrew, Both your characters shoot up awake in a splash of water, and just kind of in a mess of and tangle of limbs between the three of you. How do you guys react to this?
Oh shit! I start trying to like help them up. Like
Okay.
just, I put my phone away as I was trying just to get us like if I could get a signal or whatever.
Don't get it wet.
Isn't it like an old flip phone with an antenna, the plastic antenna that pulls out?
Oh,
Is
no,
that what
this
you're dealing with?
No, this is a full on. This is the newest E phone 12.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
No, it's like Wall Street. It's old school like 80s. Like,
Brick.
yeah.
This was built by the
Back
elves. This is top technology.
Built
But,
by the elves.
I go to help them up.
I do the same, and I'm yelling, "Calm down. You're fine, I guess." Ish.
Charles, as you shoot awake, yeah, these are the first voices and faces that you hear and see. How are you reacting?
I'm like completely confused because, I'm looking around. I'm like, where am I? What is this place? And then I'm wearing a hooded cloak, and I open it and I'm looking for my stuff and I can't find my knife or anything like that. And I'm like, who are you guys? Where am I?
We don't know. My name is Larry, I guess. I don't know who this is.
Jane, as I said earlier, I give him a look.
Sorry, I just woke up in a puddle in a sewer. I'm not.
Okay, Larry.
I'm Necros. I was
What?
Gross.
my name's Necros. I was on a spaceship, and last thing I remember, we warped, and then I just woke up here.
You were on a space ship?
Wait, so you work with like the shuttle program? Are you an astronaut?
I don't know what the shuttle program is. Like, spaceships have shuttles, yes, but that's a common thing.
I mean, the common thing. We've been to like the moon, and that's it.
But
The moon?
So, real quick, what does Necros, besides the hood, what does Necros look like?
he looks like, just a late 20s human male, but like on closer inspection, you can see that like his face is metallic and there's like some scratches and stuff where you can tell that he's a robot and that he's quite old. Other than that, he's just wearing under the trench coat. It's just normal clothes, like some jeans, like a utility belt that's like missing things. And
It
that's
doesn't
about
have
it.
anything on it. It's just
Okay.
missing things.
Yeah, like if whatever brought
had
him
things.
here,
You see the dusty outlines of like clean spots where things have been
Just-
sitting for years.
yeah,
Empty,
it's like,
outturned pockets.
well, it's like there's like a gun holster that's empty and like a place where like you could fit some other tools, like maybe a knife or something. Like his stuff is gone. It's just like the empty belt, and he doesn't really have anything.
Gotcha. Andrew, how's your character reacting to all this?
Well, rudely awakened from this water, I grab whatever hand is offered, and I try to get up, and I kind of just crouch where I'm at, because the last thing I remember, I was being followed by some kind of masked figure, and he hit me with something. I'm actually not sure. I don't know what happened after that. So, but I'm kind of crouched. After I get out of the water, I kind of crouch down. And I look around in my surroundings. Just taking a look at all the faces, just trying to figure out what's. Are these people friends or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
And you just see this kind of I look like if a human were to guess my age, I look to be about 25, 26. I'm a light blue skin with pointy ears, long black hair, and I have silver eyes that glint in the light.
Ooh, romantic.
If only
Yeah.
there were some light down here.
Yeah.
I just imagine he's got the Morticia thing going on. It's just, a little bit of light. No one knows where it's coming from, but it always seems to catch your eyes when you stop to talk.
There's a light breeze always blowing his hair.
And whoever's hand I picked up, or I grabbed onto, they would have kind of felt like a corpse was grabbing them.
Ooh.
Ew, gross.
I shudder.
I feel like real away. As you extend the hand, what you previously assumed was a dead limb, just happened to be what? Andrew, what was your character's name again?
Wraith. I go by Wraith.
Okay. All right, so yeah, the four of you are kind of just like standing in this knee-deep water amongst this glowing pool with all these other bodies around you as well. There's probably a dozen or so other bodies, and you look over and there's a couple yards away. There's like a disturbance, and it looks like there's something beneath the surface of the bodies, kind of rumbling and bubbling. Aaron. Your eyes shoot open and you are completely submerged underwater. This like glowing pool, and there's just like you feel and see as blurry as can be above you, just a floating body. What are you doing?
A floating body.
He inhales immediately.
End it now.
You know what? Actually, a little bit. Like,
Gasp.
you start because you're shooting awake. The first thing you do is you gargle some water.
But
Ew.
You gargle a liquid. Let's not
a liquid,
Yes.
I guess I try to stand up and see if the water is shallow enough.
Okay. About how tall are you?
He's like 7 foot.
Oh yeah. As you go to plant your feet, you burst out of the water. As the water like is below your knees. But you burst out of the water, causing a little wave and pushing bodies aside. What do we see? How does this look like?
Dark green skinned orc burst out of the water with 2 tusks and a metal I don't know what you would call it, circlet around his head. His hair is tied with leather and it's pulled back into a ponytail. He's wearing a great big parka and it's soaking wet.
Okay.
Goes without saying.
All right, you jump up and you look over. You see you're in some type of glowing pool inside of a sewer system, and you see 4 other figures standing off a couple yards away.
Well, I see these, and I immediately reach for my dagger.
You reach for it, and it's not where you normally keep it.
Gotcha.
There's nothing there.
I keep my eyes open, and I sort of look around, and do any of them look human?
Yes, the human. The 2
Gotcha.
And the currently a human.
Yeah, you look over and you see what seemed in the darkness, which you can make out. You see an elf, a goblin, and two humans standing there, kind of just conversing. They look like they're in a similar predicament, but they just came out of the water as well.
I'm like, y'all look strange for Eternians.
What?
What's an
Are
eternity?
y'all not
I think he has a.
Are you
I think
guys
he has
not-
a concussion.
here
We
to
should get-
capture me?
We should get out of this water.
Where's the rest of my clan?
Listen, man, we all just woke up here just like you.
You are not from Eternum?
What?
Yeah.
No.
The Faith City?
You talking about?
The Faith
Fake
City.
city.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Never heard of it.
It makes less sense now. No, look. It seems like we're all from different places. I assume something bad happened to you right before you showed up, right?
Well, I was just sleeping. We were guarding the ore well from the Eternians. And then I woke up underwater.
Wait, you were sleeping on duty?
No, I was sleeping at night.
It seems like you got eternity.
You said duty. Listen, guys, and I pull out my cell phone. I'm like, shit. This has all been great. I don't know what the fuck that wizard guy thought he was doing with a wand. I don't know what any of this is. I'm gonna head back to my house. See you. And I put my phone away. I pull out my car keys and I start clicking my car key, my fob. I'm like, maybe my car's
button
around here.
depresses, but obviously there's like no light. The light doesn't come on.
I'm following the goblin intently now. Like, what the fuck is that?
It's got it's got a small leather like lanyard and it's got a few keys and it's got a fob with the key like comes out like a switchblade almost. I'm like, God damn it! Everything's fucking soaking wet.
Are you a jailer?
What? No. What do you think I'm a jailer?
Got a lot of keys. I don't know.
Yeah.
As you guys are kind of as you're going through your keys and doing that, you hear a large crunch kind of echo off the walls. Probably we'll say about 10 yards away. And you look over in that direction. In the darkness, you see a pair of silvered eyes just kind of staring in your direction. Who among you has like some type of low light vision or dark vision?
Larry does.
I do as well.
Yes, I have shadow sight, if that counts.
Okay. Yeah, for the most part, pretty much everyone except Necros. You guys see... how's
the guy with a necromancer name not seeing the dark?
I thought his neck was gross. I thought that's... Okay.
Well, yes, but also...
Oh, gross neck.
You see a figure just kind of crouched down in that like that squatting position, and he looks like he has a bone with a hand attached to it, and he's just crunching away at it. And he pulls at it, and there's like a long string of meat that peels off, and he's just got scraggly hair, flesh and bits missing from his own skin. But he has long, gangly limbs, and he's just sitting there, and he looks more curious than anything as he's watching you guys.
I ask
you guys
him,
do anything?
Where did
I go, yep, that's enough, and I leave.
I ask him, I was like, where did you fall from?
He's like, he takes a second to chew as bits of the food falls out of the hole in his cheek, but the rest of it goes down. And he looks very zombie-like as far as flesh literally rotting off his bones. But he looks up and he says, I'm from the gardens. Yeah, I just came down here for a snack. Looks like you got another one over there. And as he says that, there's splashing in the water, as it looks like just a flailing of mechanical limbs is like tangled up in some other bodies.
And Yoshi shows up.
Ralph, your eyes open up, and immediately you feel nothing, but it's harder to move, and there's like bodies, and you go to take a breath and you can't. Your vision is murky and blurred. What are you doing?
I try to get out of the liquid. I'm like I'm pulling everything down that I can.
Sure. You guys all look over, and there's something in the water. This machine is just yanking bodies below the surface, and like turning them.
That's enough of that. And I hightail it towards the edge of the water, I guess.
I look around.
You
I look
just
around
jump
for
out,
my.
jump out of
I
the
look
cistern or whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I'm trying to get like there's a zombie thing over there. There's this thing like I guess a zombie fish situation over here. So yeah,
I'm trying to
why
get
are we
up and
still
out
standing
of
in this
this
fucking
toilet.
water?
Sure. Yeah, you guys all climb up, and you climb up out of the water, and right now the only source of light is this glowing pool, and even that is beginning to ebb just a little bit. It's getting a little dimmer, a little darker, as this thing that's pulling bodies down just kind of. Ralph, what do we see?
Yeah, so you see a clockwork comes out, and he's a little rough looking, and Ralph's like, "Oh my god, I'm alive! I'm alive! Oh my god, who the hell are you? Did we win? We won. Tell me we won. Is it an eco paradise? Tell me the eco fascists won. Tell me they won."
Yeah, man,
Yes!
you did it. This is it. This is the paradise the eco-fascists wanted. Congrats.
I sit on the edge of this pond, and I look with a smile, but it's like slowly settling in. This looks pretty terrible, and
Yep.
and I look at my body, and I come to the realization that I'm not even alive. Guys, am I even alive? What the hell
Woke
is
up
this?
dead.
Guys, I'm a freaking machine. This doesn't make any. The hell happened to me?
Yeah,
What the hell is
as
this?
you look down, you're like, it's beginning to dawn on you as you're testing out each one of your senses. You don't feel cold. You don't feel the wetness of the water. You don't smell what you assume everyone else, what you
The
should
rock
be
is
smelling.
cooking.
As water is dripping out of your orifices and little crevices, you don't feel or taste any of that.
Is this what hell is like, guys? This is terrible. How come you guys get a body and I get screwed with this crap? What the heck?
I've always been like this.
Original equipment, bro.
Did y'all just die as well? No?
No,
Is that just me?
Um,
No, y'all. Are we? This is not like hell or something, right? This is hell. This is hell.
I wasn't sure that I had died, but you make a compelling argument that I may have.
Oh shit! I started thinking, I'm like, fuck! Oh shit! Damn it! I may have died.
I think all
Last
of you
thing
are
I
talking
knew,
a lot for dead
There was a
people.
guillotine coming on my neck, and now I'm here. So I'm
Something
guessing
came
we're-
on your neck. I
Way
thought
to
you were
pick up what you want to hear, Trey.
Yeah,
Look,
as Ralph is having his existential crisis, let's see who has the highest perception. What are all your perception scores?
Mine is 11. Or,
I have a 10.
yeah.
11.
11, 10,
Nine.
9, 11. All right, yeah, easily half of you. You guys notice that from where that figure, that long-limbed, undead golem-looking figure, he stood up, and he's actually having to like lean over because of how tall he is compared to the tunnel. But he seems to be talking to another figure who's not any more than 3 feet tall. It's short and fat and ears and like 2 or 3 wisps of hair with a burlap sack over his shoulder, and they're just conversing with each other.
I yell out, "Dude, you look really sick, man. Are you okay?"
He's like, "No, I'm dead. Thanks for checking, though. I appreciate it." And then he goes back and he's like, puts his hand over, and he's like, "Yeah, there's like 6 of them, dude. That's the most I've ever seen."
Maybe we are dead.
I've never been more certain that I
Yeah.
am dead than right now.
I always thought that the afterlife was a myth made up by the faith-fearers.
Okay.
Faith Furers.
I'm trying to
Were
get.
you
Is
also
there
an eco-fascist?
What the hell?
Brian, is there a stairwell leading out in any way, shape, or form?
Is
I'm
there
looking.
a door home?
I'm trying to get out of this muck and
Yeah.
water.
You guys were able to climb over the edge to get on the elevated platforms on either side of this pool. And then really the only tunnel way out of here is where the two figures are currently standing and talking. And they're kind of like talking, whispering to each other and kind of pointing over at you guys. The shorter guy like shrugs. And they're just conversing in their own little world.
Yeah, I was like, it's a pleasure meeting all of you. I hate all of this. I hope you all better fortunes in the future. I leave, and as I'm getting close to the two guys, I'm like, excuse me, and I try to scoot past them, my back to the wall, and then them towards the water. I'm trying to scoot on past.
Yeah, they don't do anything to stop you. They're like, oh, excuse me, yeah. And then the short one says, so where are you gonna go?
I'm just gonna get up, see where I'm at, see if I can hail a taxi or something.
Obviously, both of them, they give you this like quizzical look. They're like, yeah, sure. Good luck with that. Watch out for the Rat King. And yeah, good to see you. Good luck.
Shit. What?
There's a Rat King.
What is the Rat King?
Oh,
I think he's a rat.
No, he's not. He's a king.
The Rat King. He's like, oh, he's just it's the Rat King. He's just in the sewer. Just watch out. Don't take too many wrong turns. Yeah. I guess if you wanted to get out here and what did you say? Hail a cab?
A taxi, but yes.
Oh yeah.
I think that he heard it wrong.
That's
That's
a translation error. He says, yeah, just watch out.
God damn it. Where so where am I right now? Besides, don't answer, I'm in a sewer. What city are we in?
Oh, city. Yeah. You lot are in Pitt.
Pitt.
What
Is that a fancy word for hell?
No, I think hell is the fancy word for hell with two L's. As far as where you are, and then the short one kind of like looks up and he kind of like points lines and he's like figuring in his head. He says, we're probably just south of Beggar's Bend and on the corner of Serpent Spine. Yeah, that looks about right. Does that seem right to you, Mercutio? And then the tall one kind of nods. He's like, yeah.
How far from
How do we get out of here and get to the surface?
How far from Freehold are we?
Probably pretty far. I don't think I've ever heard of Freehold before. And then the tall one's like, to get to the surface, we just gotta. He looks around. He's like, I don't remember the last time these tunnels changed, but usually if you can just head away from the water, you should be good and just try to get to higher ground. Yeah.
Question
Nice.
to you two gentlemen. By the way, I'm Larry.
Oh, nice to meet you. And then the short one speaks. He's obviously the more verbose of the two. He says, my name's Lungs, and this here is Mercutio. And Mercutio just kind of gives you like a lazy nod. Salute.
So there's a bunch of bodies. There's some glowing water. Does shit like this happen? Do people just pop up here?
Sometimes, yeah. Every few weeks or so, these tunnels change. And these pools have been getting more and more frequent. Usually 1 or 2 people pop up. I don't think I've ever seen 6 live ones before, so that's a new record.
Oh shit, that fucking wizard. So if I say, the collective states
Wait,
of.
did you say wizard?
Maybe.
So I was in a bar. I was celebrating. I had just closed a really big deal for our partners, and we're hanging out, having drinks. Some karaoke's going on. Next thing you know, there's a bar fight. I get my stuff. I'm going to leave. One dude pulls out a wand. Shit explodes. White and blue lights go everywhere. Next thing you know, I wake up here. So that's, I assume he's some kind of fucking wizard. I haven't ever seen one in real life. I've read about them. Magic doesn't seem to be that big a deal anymore. Since we invented electricity and science and the Dark Lord was banished.
He says,
What?
Wait. You've never seen a wizard before?
No, man. No one uses magic anymore. Shit's old.
Well, I feel like you're in for a rude awakening when you get topside. Pitt's full of them. Wizards, that is.
We're no longer in Elviria, are we?
No, that sounds about as far away as Faithhold.
God damn it. God fucking damn it.
The other five of you, I assume you guys are close enough, if not have moved close enough to hear all this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't mind, could I stick with you gentlemen, as you seem to know your way around, to try to get back to the surface?
They look at each other, and then Lungs says, you got anything on you?
I have, and I if you can get me to an ATM, I can get you out as much cash as you want. I do have $55 in cash on me.
It's on
David
them now.
Blaine over here.
If you have a Zenmo, I can Zenmo you.
Zenmo.
A Scry Pal.
He's like, they look at each other. They kind of give each other a shake of the head, and they're like, "Nah, I'm good. You'll probably just slow us down or get us killed, or I might, I don't know, shove you in front of one of the coyotes or something. I'd probably get you killed too. We're probably just gonna head
Hold
out.
up.
between the two
Can
of
we
us."
die in hell? Are you telling me you can also die in hell? Is that what you're saying?
So you keep saying, and he looks over. He's like, "You keep saying hell. I feel like I already told you this is Pitt. I don't know. If you die here, I don't know where you end up. You're just not here anymore. I can tell you that."
The opposite of here. I've got 3 copper.
What are you gonna do with that?
Attempt to pay you with it, but his money that I've never heard of doesn't seem to be good either. So, what are you looking for? What are you willing to trade for a guide out of here?
He looks. Lungs kind of scratches his head for a second. He's like, "You got any
What type
amulets?"
of world is this where you guys
Amulets.
leech on the downtrodden? Obviously, we are lost here, you fucking pathetic pieces of shit.
God.
Okay, cool.
Whoa!
I feel like
That
everybody
escalated
steps back
quickly.
just a little bit.
As Larry steps back, I step towards Larry. We're not with him.
I look at her and I'm like, I'm not with her.
I think I might have an amulet. Hang on.
So at that point, Mercutio and Lungs, they look at each other and they give each other the nod. And then as soon as they do, Lungs takes that little burlap sack that he has on his shoulders and just yeets
gotcha.
it right at you, Aaron. Give me an agility
We'll see
challenge
if,
roll. And I feel like he gets the jump on you,
Alright.
so at least a Bane. He literally just like over the shoulder, double hand throws, boom. And as soon as he does that, Mercutio runs in the other direction. He just runs down the
19.
Tunnel. 19. You duck out of the way, and the bag splashes into the water as the two of them just run off into the darkness.
Cowards.
I pick up the
Your
bag.
words echo in through the hallway and into
Coward,
pitch
coward.
black
Gotcha.
abyss.
All right. Big fella. If we're gonna stick together, you're not in charge of negotiations. All right.
Well, I just don't understand. It's like, what type of society treats people looking for aid like this?
Everyone I've been a part of. I guess there's a rat king somewhere, and you know what? I start rummaging through corpses to look for anything to protect myself.
The corpses are pretty much the only thing that's on them are like clothing, no weaponry of any kind, just random mishmash of broken stuff and trinkets. But in that specific bag that he threw, you did notice that it pretty much sunk straight to the bottom of that or of the water.
How deep is the water?
I thought J-Brain said he caught it. Or
Yeah, I
tried
went to go catch it.
No, he threw it it went right past him and splashed into the water.
Okay.
How deep is the water, by the way?
You want to jump in? Are you jumping back
I
in?
mean, I do not want to jump in. I'm just curious. Did I touch the bottom last time I was in it?
Yeah, last time.
Oh, yeah, sure. I go back in.
Yeah, you jump in. It's still a wading pool.
Dive.
Well, I sink because I'm a clockwork. I
Yeah.
automatically sink. I don't really have much of a choice there.
Yeah,
I was
no,
like, hopefully it's
still
not
deep.
bottomless and I'm
It's still
gone.
deep water, and it's pretty easy to find where the bag landed.
That
just-
turtle
I just-
from the space campaign comes up.
It finishes the job.
I sling it over my shoulder.
Okay, clink. It's like clangs into you.
What the heck is in here? I open it up to see what's in here.
All right, as you rife through the bag, you see like a collection of spoons. There's what looks like there's a screwdriver, and let's say
Phillips said her flathead.
it's a flathead, and there's 12 bits inside.
Okay.
12 bits of what?
2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1. All for the Eagles. Stand up and holler.
That's it.
What?
I'm like,
Got
what
it.
the heck is this crap?
Hey man,
Does
once a
anybody know what this
cheerleader,
crap
it never
is?
goes.
This is all crap.
It's. I mean,
Can
I guess you
don't
could
know.
use
Can
you
you
could
hand
use
me
a
that dagger?
screwdriver to
and I point to
potentially
the
defend.
screwdriver.
Yeah, man, take it. I don't. This is kind of a crappy looking dagger, but
Gotcha.
here you go, man.
It's not very sharp.
Hmm.
I'm assuming bits look like coins. Like, is
They
that,
are
is that
chopped up
currency?
pennies.
Did you say it was 12 bits? All right. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Guys, I'm looking for some like not sewage place. Do we have a not sewage place around here?
Aren't we all looking to get out of the sewers?
Yeah. Okay. So before the angry man threw a bag at us, and then they both ran away, he said something about getting to higher ground. So let's try
Mentioned
that.
to not take wrong
Um,
turns, but gave no guidance on what is clarified as a correct turn.
It's true.
Well, we were trying to negotiate with them, and then you insulted them.
They insulted you, my friend.
Yeah, well, they can insult me and then lead me the hell out of here, and I'm fine with it.
Are there any animals in here, like any mice or rats?
The only animals are the other 5 people standing around you.
Nice.
Guys, I say we just scour this place for like rats or something, and then they'll probably take
Is
us to
there
the rat
any
king.
direction that looks like?
I would like to avoid the rat.
Is there
king if possible.
any direction that looks like an increase in elevation?
Well, I mean, there's only one tunnel out of the room that you guys were in. I feel like.
Well, that
Yeah.
seems like the way.
All
I
right.
go that way.
Yeah, let's do that.
All
All
right.
right.
So
Yes.
it's pretty dark. Necros, are you as you guys are moving into this tunnel, the light from the glowing pool fades away pretty quickly, and it gets to the point where it's pitch black. Even with the people who have some form of shadow sight or whatnot, it's still pretty difficult to see and not exactly clear as day. Are you guys doing anything for a light source? Are you still trying to cling to the walls?
Do I
What's the
have
plan?
my starting equipment?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm
I
following
ain't doing shit
the
then.
sounds of others.
I'm just sitting there like tapping my phone, trying my best. Like, 'cause the screen will come on every now and then, but then it'll just immediately die, and like you'll see it just like depixelate, and I'm just like, come on. And I'll just put it down, and like my backpack, my laptop is waterlogged. The only thing I have is a glasses cloth that's soaking wet, and like a toiletries bag.
Do you have glasses?
Yeah, but they're mostly blue light.
All right, that's fair.
Nice.
Jane's confused by this character. Trey hates him.
Okay. Let's see. As you guys head down, who is in front? What is the marching order for this little tunnel?
I am bringing up the rear and looking for something iron. That's.
I assume I am. I'm just up front trying to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I'll also be I'll be right behind Boyd.
Okay.
I stand near the giant dude because that way I have something to hide behind if we get into trouble.
Okay.
I'm
Boyd,
close.
go ahead. Roll a d20 for me, please.
Yes, sir.
As you guys head down the tunnel, it is pitch black, and the echoing sounds of dripping water kind of fades into the darkness behind you. Really, the only sounds you guys are hearing is the hollowed echo sounds of either heavy breathing, footsteps in the damp puddle deep water that runs in this tunnel, or any conversation you guys are having with each other. What did you
I
roll?
hold tight to
I
somebody.
I rolled a 17.
Okay. I'm going to need a will challenge roll from everybody in here as the feeling of claustrophobia begins to kind of like take over you because it's pitch black. You guys have been walking for a little bit. I assume it's been quiet. You guys haven't really spoken to each other much.
Damn it. I rolled a 10 minus 1.
Someone is a stalwart of the group.
Roll a 5.
Oh,
I
fuck.
rolled a 14.
All
Nat
right.
20, baby. Nat 20. I might be blind, but I'm confident.
That's the most Ralph shit ever.
So who all failed?
Under a 10 is failing, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Yo, that minus 1 got me.
That rolling a 3 got me.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, shitty rolls. Get you every time.
So for now, if you guys failed, you are currently frightened. All right. So that's just this tunnel. You feel like there's just something about this tunnel that you're in. It's not just stonework. It's not just a damp sewer. It's almost like it's alive and it's constricting you. Like that's just what it feels like. This thing is getting smaller and tighter around you. But Boyd or Larry is the first one to notice it. Immediately, your hands up in front of you, there are bars that run down, that just run vertical. And it looks like there are rocks just kind of butted up against it, just piled up at the bottom of the bars. Probably about up to your height, yeah. Because the tunnel itself is only about, I'm gonna roll, Oh, well, fuck! It's 9 foot tall. All right. It's a vaulted tunnel, apparently.
It's so narrow but so tall.
Yeah. It's like an oblong shape now. But yeah, in front of you, there's just vertical bars blocking your path, and there's just a pile of rocks at the bottom that are kind of bare, or up to your head, rather.
I get up to it and I just grab the bars. I'm just like, just kind of start hyperventilating, and I loosen my tie more. And I'm just like, God damn it, this fucking tunnel, fucking wizard. This is the best day of my life. Now it's the absolute fucking worst. I just started like telling myself to wake up, and I just start hyperventilating. I'm just freaking out, holding onto these bars, just having a miniature freak out. And I'm just sitting there freaking
the
out.
goblin. I comfort him and I tell him, don't let the fear take you.
What? The fuck? Don't let the fear take me. In the middle of a fucking sewer with a bunch of randos, some rat kings running around. And I have no memory of how we got here. None of us do. We could be dead. This could be hell. What the fuck are we doing in hell? I was a good person. Good person.
I think the little guy and the giant guy made it very clear that this is, in fact, not hell. But it seems to be some place. Yeah, yep. And it seems to be somewhere where people go to die.
I try to encourage everybody, and I say, everyone, there is an eco-fascist world out there, and we're gonna find it. I promise you, it's just right outside. All of your hopes will come true.
I look at him. And I'm like, I don't know you, but I hate you. And Larry just like, and Larry just kind of like sits down in like the fetal position, just like kind of.
That's better than fear. That's what you need.
I kind of like try to work my way. Like, am I able to get around people, or are we stuck?
Yeah, no, you can you guys can slide by each other.
All right.
So
I'm just trying to get out, so I just start working towards like whatever seems like the exit. I'm trying to get the hell out of here. So
I mean,
we're at a dead end, right?
The
I had
area
the
in
bars.
front of you is bars.
Oh, bars. Okay, it's not. Okay, never mind.
I get up to the bars and I start shaking them, like aggressively, trying to rip them down.
Okay. You shake and you shake and shake, but the bars don't seem to give. Some of the rocks kind of like fall off to the side, but you pull and move and bend, and they don't budge.
Guys, surely there's another way out of this hellhole.
Man, I love that word. So it seemed like the only way out of the pool area was this way. I mean, where else were we gonna go?
Barred.
Perhaps we like missed a
And
turn.
not very
Something
noble.
there.
Was there
Should we not walk back there?
Get out, Trey.
was there a different route that we may have missed?
Yeah, see this guy. This guy knows what's up. I mean, it's freaking like pitch black in here. Surely there's something.
Both the sides of we walked down both sides of the tunnel, didn't we? We were feeling our way up the tunnel. Did who wasn't holding on to the tunnel?
I was.
Let's examine these bars. Perhaps there's a hinge.
Oh, see this guy. This guy.
Well, I mean, as you look, the bars travel straight into the tunnel itself. Upward, the bottom is completely covered up by a pile of loose rocks.
I just start clearing the rocks off and scooting them out of the way.
Okay, yeah. As you clear the rocks away on your side, you notice that 2 of the bars actually come up short, and there's probably like there's rocks that are about a foot tall that are just kind of like pinning the bars up.
See here? It's there's a gap, and I try to remove one of the rocks.
Yeah, it pulls out easily, and then the bar kind of like falls dunk into the ground, and it's like it's gapped from the ceiling.
I pick up the bar, and I hand the robot back his screwdriver and say, "You can have your dagger back." And I take the bar.
Okay.
Oh.
The
Okay.
9-foot bar.
No, this one's 8 foot.
Well,
Is
okay.
the bar made out of iron?
It is.
Oh, can orcs can touch iron?
Can they?
I didn't write down that they can't.
Oh, well, there you go.
I go and I proceed to help clear these rocks to get us the heck out of here.
Yeah, orcs are good.
Yeah, I mean, as you clear the rocks, there's another bar that has the same thing where it's being propped up by a rock. So you pull it out, the bar falls out, and now you have a gap in the bars in front of you.
Is it big enough to walk through?
Yes.
All right, I walk through it. I'm like, all right, losers, let's get out of here.
Losers for escaping the sewers.
But I don't walk very far because I'm also completely blind, and I don't see anything.
All right. The blind leading the shadow sighted.
Okay.
Wrong, guys.
As you continue down this tunnel, another, I don't know, let's say 30 or 40 yards or so, you hear it before you see it. You hear kind of the sound change a little bit. The echoes kind of change the way they're bouncing around, as it feels like it opens up ahead of you. But you hear little like scratching along the stone. And it's not just like one set of scratching. It's like you feel like 100 or so, as what sounds like rats just kind of like skittering along, coming from up ahead.
I hope these are not the
basically.
rats from Dishonored.
Are they coming our way, or they're like coming from behind us toward like in front of us? Like which path are these rats taking?
Who's in front still?
I'm
who's
with
in front
whoever's
now?
in front, but I'm totally blind. So if I'm leading us, we're all screwed.
I fell.
But if he's blind,
Okay.
his ears are heightened.
Yes,
that checks
That's
definitely.
how that works.
So
I'll be up
So-
front trying to see a way.
So you can see that the tunnel kind of comes to a T, and that it opens up in either direction, and it just sounds like from the east side, or if they were to turn instead of saying left, you hear skittering coming from there, from one of the tunnels.
Does it sound like the skittering is coming towards us or moving away from us?
Coming towards. It's getting louder.
I'm excited. I'm like,
So-
guys. This will be good. This will be all right, guys. This will be all right.
What?
I don't think it's gonna be all right.
This is
What?
Skylar the Rat King, and I'm like trying to catch my breath. Everything's fine. I'm sure the Rat King is nice. It'll be fine.
I doubt that's true.
It could be that the rats are running from the rising water and heading to higher ground.
Oh, we should follow them.
That seems optimistic. I like that. Let's do that.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're coming towards us, so I feel like we should go and run in front of them, so that we would go. What was that? West.
Perhaps they're
Yeah.
but perhaps they're
East.
returning to the Rat King.
East.
They could be leading us into a trap.
Well, I mean, do you think the Rat King would be on a lower level where he would have to move a lot if the water came
I don't
up?
suppose to
That's
know the
true.
Rat King's
It's probably-
strategies.
I mean, if
Well-
I was him, I wouldn't want to be
Your
wet
assumption,
all the time,
your
so I would
assumptions
go to higher ground.
are make you a fool.
Maybe, but if it gets us out, it gets us out.
As you guys are having this conversation, the sound of skittering kind of it stops for a second, as it's replaced by another sound in the distance. You can barely hear it, as its echoes are kind of. It sounds like they're reaching through the tunnels from far away, but it almost sounds like bagpipes, but it's not clear enough to hear like a song. You just hear this whining noise of bagpipes echoing in the distance.
Oh, guys, that's kind of encouraging. There's music up ahead.
I mean, that sounds pretty dope to me.
I go up to the T
Are you
and I try
all
to see if I can get
high?
We're in a dark tunnel in the middle of God knows where, and you think because you hear some music that's good?
a.
Where are you people from?
Yeah, this is definitely good, guys. This is definitely good. And I peer around the corner to see if I can like hear it better.
It gets a little louder, and off to the west, you can definitely hear it.
Hmm.
Well, that's where
Should we go to find this guy? This music, this bard? Maybe it'll, maybe it's a bar. Maybe it's actually like a place we could just lounge for a little bit.
Okay.
I mean that seemed to be where the rats were heading, or the scratching noises I heard anyway sounded they were heading to the west.
Maybe it's just like a rat bar.
Are we in a Pied Piper situation? Is that what you're telling me?
I don't know why a piper would need a pie, but okay.
That's the first reference of yours that I've gotten. I totally agree with the little goblin man. But also I don't know. Let's go check it out. Let's go check it out. Let's go check it out.
Exchange names. That way we can stop referring to each other with physical descriptions.
Oh.
All right, Mr. Orc Man.
It's a superhero name.
It's Orkman.
You
Do
can call me
orcs?
Ralph.
Wait. Do orcs have names?
Yes, of course. I'm named Daggerclaw.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
Ooh, that
racist.
sounded icky. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course we have names. I am named Daggerclaw
Everyone has
after
a-
the deeds of my father. What is your name?
Oh, I'm Jane Tillman. I curtsy.
And what is this? And what is the story of your name?
Daggerclaw Orkman. It was the one I was given by
Huh.
the old people that I know.
Strange
Old
custom.
people.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Do you know a Hank Daggerclaw?
No, I know of no one named Hank.
Huh. My high school wrestling team, our heavyweight, was
What?
named Hank Daggerclaw.
What does Hank? What does that mean?
That was his first name.
Hmm.
Like you get a first name, then you have like usually your last name is like related to your family or whatever. That way, it's not just. I mean, your whole family. Your father's not named Daggerclaw as well.
No,
is he?
no, he is a blood drinker.
Oh,
That's
gross.
different. Okay. Well, you know what? Different strokes for different folks. Anyway, I'm Larry O'Houlihan.
Right.
That I get. I get the goblin's name. That makes sense to me. This Orkman, I don't understand that.
So we have Jane. What was it? Tillman.
Tillman.
Jane Tillman.
It's a common
Larry
name.
O'Houlihan.
Sounds odd with your accent, but yeah.
Metal creatures. What are your names?
Whoa. I'm not too keen about this new body of mine, but I can respect the fact that your name is Daggerclaw, and it's one word, because my name is Ralph.
Okay.
That's it. Just Ralph.
Ralph.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
They're best friends for life.
I'm Necros.
Necros.
Oh, we got another
yes.
one named man. Hey, Necros. Okay, all right.
Oh, is that
Sounded
one
sounded
name?
Real Killmonger.
Is that one
Yeah.
name? I thought that was two. I thought that was first name, last name.
We're gonna crake
I tell
arena
Necros,
Can't talk.
powerful name. I approve.
Necros. I go by Wraith.
Hmm.
Wow. Are you about to like kill us all? Are you the demon? Are you the ghost that has imprisoned us here?
The
Which
ghost?
which one of those
Ghost?
things
I
do you
just,
think
like-
he is?
I just poke him a little bit. I'm like, Ghost can't poke you.
I mean,
I don't know.
I
if he
can't
can.
feel very well, so it's a weird world. I don't know.
I start walking towards the back.
Sure. You walk. As
It's
you
got to be
begin
better
walking
than
down-
this.
I mean,
As you begin walking
Jane
down the
Tillman,
tunnel,
be cautious.
you notice the elevation. You
Okay,
notice
thanks,
the
Dagger.
elevation changes slightly, and it's ramping up just a little bit.
That's good.
and-
Yeah.
There's a bit of light that pokes through and is shining down up ahead. And as you go up, you can see that it's cut kind of directly into the stone up above, and you see a grate at the top, and just barely at the angle that you're at, you can almost see you see flags on poles just kind of slowly marching by as the music begins to drone on in the distance.
Okay. We're at the surface. This is good. We're at the surface.
Good.
Awesome.
All right.
I'm excited.
Wait, is there light?
There is light, yes, and it looks like moonlight, as you can't quite see the sky, but it's not like that warm yellow. It's more of like a glowing white.
Oh, thank God. Just get me out of here. I just want dry clothes, and I just want to go to sleep. Hopefully wake up in a different place. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Guys, why don't we just climb out of this thing? I like the idea. I like the sound of this. Why don't we just go up, climb up this grate, get the heck out of here?
You're gonna climb up the grate?
I don't know. I'm just talking. Is it climbable? Is it close? Can we climb up to it?
How high up is the grate? Is there a ladder?
There's no ladder. It's just like in the stone tunnel that you're in. It's just like this little cutout of this grate. And if you look at your feet, like where you are, there's more refuse here of stuff that's just fallen through. Than
It's just like a storm drain.
Right.
Yeah. How high up?
It looks to be just estimating the cut through the stone. It looks like about 12 yards up.
12 yards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's a lot.
Hey, Jagger Claw. You're like 7 foot tall, right?
Yeah, Larry O'Houlihan.
Could I stand on your shoulders and use your bar and see if we can touch and try to move this grate and see if we can even open it?
Yeah, I think we could do that. So I pick him up and let him grab onto the bar, and I hold the bar up.
As soon as I grab it, it starts to sizzle. I'm like, oh shit! And I like kind of let go of it for a second. I'm like almost like it's hot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh shit, this is iron.
Oh.
This fucking hurts. Ugh, I haven't touched iron in years. Someone else want to do this? And I'll hop down. I'm just like, God. I'm just like shaking my hands. I'm like, ugh, that fucking. Ugh.
It's not your day, buddy. Sorry, man.
Shouldn't the
Hey,
the
Orc
robot man stand on top of the dagger ear, and then we can they can figure it out?
Time out. Did you just say dagger ear?
Does he not have? I mean, look at his ears.
Dagger claw.
You cannot say that.
Fight.
I'm sorry. That's just what we call them. Isn't that your name? You said that was your
Dagger.
name, right?
Yeah.
His name is Dagger Claw.
That's what I meant to say.
Shit like that is why orcs and goblins were with the Dark Lord to begin with.
I don't get that reference, but okay.
That kind of insulting, you know what? I'll walk away.
Sorry, I've never seen one before. I yell at him as
The
he
name
walks
doesn't
away.
even make sense. If you're gonna use a slur, at least make it interesting.
I didn't. Is it a slur? I don't know. I'm whispering to the other human.
As you walk away, do both of you or just one of you or what?
So this thing's
I'm
like
not
30
walking away.
feet up.
I'm hanging away.
I don't know if we can close that gap.
No,
Well, you're
I'm
7
only,
feet. I'm
only
3.
5'8".
I mean, the tunnel doesn't stop there. Like it keeps going,
Yeah.
We can go further down the tunnel, guys.
and it's like it's on an incline. So
Yeah. I just think that there should be a sign that we're on the correct path.
I like where your head's at, Dagger Man. Let's go.
Is the iron bar still on the ground, or
I'm
was it
holding
picked
it.
back up? Oh, okay. He said he dropped it, so I didn't know if you'd picked it up yet or not. Okay.
Do you need it?
Excellent.
All right, let's march on, boys. We're marching
No,
on.
that's maybe later. Thank you for the offer.
Sure.
Yeah, let's move further down the tunnel and see if there might be a closer grate.
Okay. And at this point, you could kind of follow the sound. You feel like you're running along the street because just kind of below whatever's happening up above.
Mhm.
There's you pass by like little small holes in the wall and like little small, maybe like 2 foot side tunnels that run a few feet off the ground. Some of them have unusual liquids running from them. You see a hand-sized hole that has a painted dollar sign next to it. You keep going,
What
and there's
I investigate further now.
you see another piercing of light, and the music comes from there as well. And this one seems probably half the distance. Similar setup where it's a little cutout into the stone, goes straight up, and you see a metal like barred grate, like some type of storm drain. And you can see clouds in the distance that are kind of reflecting that white full moon light. You see poles with flags on them. This time, the flag is they're all little banner flags that are purple and gold and have a purple fist drawn on them. And you just based on the bagpipes and the number of steps and like it feels you can almost feel and hear the sound of all the footsteps and thuds up above. It feels like a not quite a parade, or it's like the density of a parade, but much slower and much quieter, and even the music is a little more somber.
Sounds like someone died.
Is the tone or the song that the bagpipes are playing? Does it seem like more upbeat or is it more somber?
He literally just said it was somber.
Okay.
That was the exact adjective he used to describe the music.
I think he even said less upbeat. I feel like he said that at this point.
We are hands down the worst. Just the worst.
Brian, I totally listened to you. Oh god.
Oh, we're fucking awful.
No, I mean, at this point, there's light bouncing down and filling the tunnel. That there's a couple more points of light, and at the very, very end of this tunnel, you can kind of see just this light at the end of the darkness, this little glint of moonlight, kind of illuminating the first few steps of what looks like it might be a ladder.
I run. My character runs towards the light at the end of the tunnel.
Sure.
You embrace
just charge
death.
through.
I watch to see what horrible fate befalls him.
Yeah.
You plod through. Oh, there's not even water because you guys have been walking uphill for a little bit, and you charge straight into the darkness, and you are the first one there. Now what?
Do I see anything? I stick my head out. I climb up and I stick my head out.
Okay, as you begin to climb the ladder. Oh yeah, you can't smell anything. As you begin to climb the ladder, you do hear. All of you actually hear this. The bagpipes stop. There's some yelling, and then a clash of swords, or a clash of metal on metal. And if anyone who's still down the hallway, you hear an explosion, and you feel it as it rocks the concrete around you. What are you doing?
I don't think we need to be going up top. That explosion just went off.
Yeah, but I also don't want to be buried in a fucking sewer. I think getting the hell out of here is still preferable.
I think
I
we should
yell.
send the machine man up.
I was like, Ralph, what do you see?
I poke my head up. What do I see?
Okay, you just lift the manhole up and look out.
Yeah.
You look out and you see just carnage. You see a melee of close to 100 people just in this little street. You see these buildings that are stacked up against each other, and it just looks like a huge gang fight. There's almost like it's almost comical how there's two groups of people, and each group is almost like they're following a dress code. One group is just like in suits with purple ties and purple gloves, and based on the banners, it looks like they were in the middle of a funeral procession. This other group that they're now engaged in this fight with, people stabbing, people slashing, and whipping each other with chains, and just like this all-out brawl. This other group, they're all wearing yellow and red headbands, and they just kind of have this more, I guess, like traditional garb of like folded clothes over each other. And then you see one guy standing in the back, as he holds his hands up, and his head engulfs in flames, and he just begins to breathe fire out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that's what you see.
I see people like start burning on fire as well.
Yeah,
I
you
guess.
see a few people like just burning.
I come down slowly, and then I try to wipe away a tear, but I realize I can't really cry because I'm a clockwork, and it like kind of pisses me off. And I tell everybody, guys, it sucks up there too.
How could it possibly be
You know what?
worse?
No. That's where we're gonna have to end the session. I want to.
Guys, it sucks up there too. It all sucks up there.
Sucks even harder.
So that's we're gonna call the session. The first of our campaign. Oh man, I can't wait to see what you guys do next. I want to see how
I'm
this
ready
plays
for.
out.
I'm ready to fight Lopan.
It's gonna be a mess.
Oh man. Yeah, do we have any mail that we're gonna read or any announcements?
We don't have any mail, but I have a favor to ask of our listeners. If you could go on to either the Apple Podcast app or wherever you're listening to us, just give us a rating, give us a review. That would really help out the show, help other people find it, all that good stuff. Yeah. Do us a favor.
Be sure to like, follow, subscribe to all of our socials. That also really helps us out, helps spread the word. If you can, I've got to do better, and I'm going to do better about posting more when we're going live. If you can, share those, like those. It really helps us out, really gives us traction as far as building our follower base.
Holidays are coming up. Tell your grandma about us. The whole thing.
Yeah.
There you
Can
go.
we give a shout out to the guy? I mean, I know he didn't want to like us say what he said, but the guy who had that like heartfelt message to us. Did we even mention that?
We did
'Cause
not.
it was
but
awesome. Okay, so you know who you are. You encourage us so much for sharing that. Thank you. And it's cool because stuff like this and guys just hanging out can make a positive impact in people's lives. We know who you are. Thank you so much for being awesome. If you've been impacted positively
Or negatively.
it's cool for us to hear it.
Or negatively.
Or negatively, yeah.
don't ask for that.
If we've touched you appropriately or inappropriately, please let us know.
If we have done you harm and you need legal representation, call Goldberg and Associates.
No,
They're our new
all,
sponsor.
in all seriousness, speaking of people that we've helped, let's talk about people that help us.
Yeah.
Andrew?
Huge shout out to our patrons, specifically Amber Cardwell, Casey Smith, Cheryl Maplefish, Chris Freeling, James Trevor Hurt, Kayla Light, Kevin McDermott, Max Ciccolini, Morning Dew Dice Bags, Tarkin Davis, and Zofar Petty. Thank you guys for your continued support.
Thank you so much.
And
So much.
so much. And if you'd like to
guys.
join the freaks of our patrons, go to patreon.barnesandnobles.com. $2 level gets you into the Discord server. You can talk with other listeners, and us. We usually try to go and hang out a little bit after the streams to just kind of chat with everybody. So check it out.
Thank you guys so much for supporting us and for listening.
Woo!
Thank
Yes.
you all.
Thank you much for listening.
Good night.
Bye.